Today I'm making a Vietnamese beef noodle soup, pho. For a rich beef broth, I'm using oxtail. Also throw in some extra beef bones. To get the distinct pho flavor, the broth needs a giant white onion, fragrant spices that I'll get into later, fish sauce, and also some ginger. For garnish, I'll use Thai chili peppers, basil leaves, and bean sprouts, not shown, and of course some fresh rice noodles. As with any bone soup, the first step is to boil out the impurities. While the bones are boiling, I can prepare the onion and ginger for roasting. I'll slice up some ginger and chop the onion into large coins on the roasting tray. I'll brush the top surface with some oil and then stick the roasting tray into the oven with the top broiler set on high. After about 10 minutes of boiling, the bones should be about purified, so I can strain them out. And after about 15 minutes of roasting, the onion and ginger should have some color. I'll add the strained bones onto the roasting tray and return it to the oven. I want the onions and bones to roast in char because they'll give the broth a rich, smoky flavor. As they're roasting, I can start toasting the spices. I have star anise, coriander seeds, whole cloves, fennel seeds, Chinese cinnamon, and cardamom pods. I'll toast the spices on low heat until they're smoky and fragrant. After 10 minutes, I can take out the roasting tray. This side got some nice char, so I'll flip it around and roast the back. After roasting 10 more minutes, it's finally ready. Now I can start building the broth. I'll pour out the roast tray and all its juices into the pot and start searing them even more. Then I'll add the spices. I'll start seasoning with a quarter cup of fish sauce, which was actually unnecessary since I'm going to season it more later and only made the kitchen smell really funky. Now I'll add water to cover all ingredients and then heat it to a low simmer. Then I can cover it and leave it to stew for at least 2 hours. After stewing, the soup has a deeper color from all the roasted bits. Now I'll season to taste. It definitely needs more fish sauce and salt. I'm adding small increments since it's easier to add seasoning than it is to remove. I did season it to be a little too salty, but the garnishes will round out the flavor profile. I'll cook the rice noodles now. They are fresh noodles, so they'll only need a few seconds in hot water. So, I have the noodles strained out and I can begin garnishing the bowl. I'll add a slice of lime and a basil leaf. These will help freshen up the rich broth. I had hot pot earlier in the week, so I have thin slices of raw beef left over. I'll lay the raw beef directly into the bowl, along with some raw bean sprouts. The hot pho broth will cook the raw ingredients and melt all their fresh flavors together. For this reason, the pho broth needs to be piping hot before serving. And for some spice, I'll add some Thai chili peppers. I'll let the soup sit for a bit so all the ingredients can cook together. The lime and basil really complete the flavor profile and provides a distinct pho taste. Because of their impact on the soup, these garnishes are typically served separately so people can customize their own broth. I like the spice from the chilies because it pairs well with the savory, sour, and slightly sweet flavors. The beef and bean sprouts have cooked well in the broth, but still have a nice texture. There's also oxtail left in the pot, which is really good on its own. Overall, pho is another tasty beef noodle soup, and it's pretty easy to make if you have the right ingredients. It's really good. You should make it. You should. Make it. Please.